Imagine stumbling upon a hidden passage, a relic of a bygone era, etched into the rugged Canadian landscape. These are not just any passages, they are the abandoned mining tunnels from Canada's gold rush period. Each one is a testament to the sweat and determination of the prospectors who once toiled day and night, chasing the glint of gold in the dark recesses of the earth. Their significance stretches beyond mere historical interest, for they shaped the development of entire communities. But these echoes of history are under threat. Ravaged by time, weather, and neglect, they crumble a little more each day. Their stories, their lessons, and their connection to our past are being lost piece by piece. We stand at a critical juncture where we must recognize the urgency of preserving these historical sites. These are not just tunnels. They are portals to our past, and we are in a race against time to save them. The gold rush was more than a quest for riches. It sculpted communities and laid the groundwork for Canada as we know it. In the mid-19th century, whispers of gold nestled in the heart of Canada's rugged landscapes sparked a feverish migration. Adventurers, dreamers, and fortune-seekers flocked from far and wide, their eyes glittering with the golden promise of wealth and prosperity. This era, known today as Canada's Gold Rush, was a transformative period that forever altered the nation's trajectory. The gold rush wasn't just about the precious metal, it was a saga of human endeavor and resilience, etched in the labyrinth of tunnels that vein the Canadian bedrock. These tunnels, hand-hewn by miners, bore witness to the blood, sweat, and toil of those who dared to dream. They were the arteries that pumped life into the fledgling communities sprouting up around mining operations. And it wasn't only gold that flowed through these tunnels. They carried stories, histories, and the dreams of a young nation. More than mere passageways in the earth, these tunnels were the lifeblood of the gold rush, the pulse of a burgeoning economy, and the literal building blocks of settlements that would evolve into the vibrant Canadian communities we know today. As miners dug deeper, carving paths into the heart of the land, they unknowingly laid the foundation for a nation. The mining towns that blossomed around these tunnels grew into thriving communities, fueling economic growth and fostering a unique cultural identity. Schools, shops, and saloons sprouted, each a testament to the indomitable spirit of the miners and their families. The legacy of the gold rush era is not just seen in the gold reserves or the thriving communities. It's imprinted in the very bedrock of Canada, in the labyrinth of tunnels that stretch out like a spider's web beneath the Earth's surface. They stand as silent reminders of the human spirit's resilience, of a time when the clang of pickaxes against stone echoed through the air, and the dream of a golden future was just a tunnel away. The echo of pickaxes may have faded, but their impact is etched in these stone corridors. But these historical passageways face threats from nature, neglect, and vandalism. Indeed, the very forces that once shaped these tunnels now threaten their existence. Nature is a formidable opponent. Over time, water seeps into the rock, causing structural weakness and collapse. This is a slow, insidious process, but its effects are devastating. Tunnels that once echoed with the clatter of picks and shovels now crumble in silence, their stories buried beneath the rubble. Neglect, too, is a destructive force. Many of these tunnels are remote and inaccessible, forgotten by all but the most intrepid explorers. Without regular maintenance, their structural integrity declines. They become unstable, hazardous, a shadow of their former glory. Vandalism, though perhaps the most preventable threat, is no less damaging. Graffiti, litter, and intentional destruction disrespect our heritage and accelerate the decay of these sites. We spoke to Dr. Eleanor Hughes, a heritage preservationist, who shed light on these challenges. Preserving these tunnels is not just about maintaining a physical structure, she told us. It's about preserving a piece of our history, our identity. But it's a race against time, and time, as we know, waits for no one. And the evidence is clear. The McGregor Tunnel in British Columbia, once a bustling hub of activity during the gold rush, now lies in ruins. Its entrance has collapsed, its interior filled with debris. The same fate has befallen countless other tunnels across Canada, their stories lost to the ravages of time and neglect. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are dedicated individuals and organizations fighting to preserve these historic sites. They face an uphill battle, but their dedication is unwavering. Dr. Hughes is one such individual. "Every tunnel we save," she said, "is a victory. It's a testament to our resilience, our commitment to preserving our past for future generations. Each tunnel lost is a chapter of our history erased." So let us remember, as we walk through these silent, echoing halls, that we are not just preserving tunnels. We are preserving the spirit of adventure, the pursuit of fortune, the determination of those who came before us. And that surely is a cause worth fighting for. Yet there is hope. Across Canada, efforts are underway to safeguard these historical treasures. From coast to coast, government agencies, non-profits, and local communities are rallying to preserve the remnants of the gold rush era, the tunnels that once echoed with the clatter of picks and the whispers of fortune seekers. These preservation efforts are as varied as they are vast, encompassing everything from meticulous restoration projects to ambitious conservation initiatives. In the heart of the wilderness, restoration teams work tirelessly, braving the elements to reinforce decaying structures, while in the urban centers, conservationists battle bureaucracy and public apathy to secure funding and legal protection for these historical sites. But it's not just about the physical work. Education plays a vital role too. Through public lectures, exhibitions, and school programs, these organizations aim to raise awareness about the importance of these tunnels in our history. The goal is to foster a sense of ownership, a shared responsibility to protect our collective heritage. And then there are the stories, the personal tales of individuals who have made it their life's mission to preserve these tunnels. Like the retired miner who spends his weekends leading guided tours of a restored tunnel, sharing his knowledge and passion with anyone who will listen. Or the young archaeologist who traded the comforts of academia for the rugged reality of fieldwork, all in the name of preservation. These are the unsung heroes of our story, the people who remind us that history is not just something we read about in textbooks. It's something we touch, we feel, we live, and it's something worth fighting for. Preserving these tunnels is no small task. It's a monumental endeavor that requires time, resources, and unwavering dedication. But as we've seen, there are those who are more than willing to rise to the challenge. The work is hard, the challenges are many, but the cause is worth it. Because these tunnels are more than just remnants of the past. They're a testament to our history, a tribute to the spirit of exploration and ambition that helped shape our nation. And that's something worth preserving. Innovative technologies are breathing new life into these preservation efforts. Picture this: a drone taking flight, capturing detailed images of the rugged tunnel entrances, or a 3D scanner meticulously mapping every nook and cranny of these historical sites. These are not scenes from a science fiction movie, but rather the reality of modern preservation efforts. Experts in the field are harnessing the power of technology to document, assess, and protect Canada's gold rush tunnels. These cutting-edge techniques provide an unprecedented level of detail, enabling us to study and understand these sites like never before. However, they are not without their challenges. From technical glitches to the need for specialized training, the road to tech-driven preservation is not always smooth. But despite these hurdles, the potential is undeniable. With each digital map and drone footage, we're not just preserving a part of history, we're also bringing these forgotten tunnels back to life. With technology, we are not just preserving the past, we are bringing it to the future. But the true heroes of this story are the communities rallying to save their heritage. From the small mining towns that sprung up during the gold rush era to bustling modern-day cities, the people of Canada are stepping up to protect these time-worn tunnels. Local communities are the bedrock of preservation efforts, their love for their heritage sparking a wave of grassroots movements and volunteer initiatives. Imagine, if you will, a group of local residents spending their weekends clearing debris from tunnel entrances, or school children organizing fundraising campaigns to support restoration projects. These acts of collective guardianship are the lifeblood of preservation. They are the actions that ensure our past is not lost to the ravages of time and neglect. This is not just about saving structures of stone and timber. It's about preserving the spirit of an era, the tales of hardships endured and dreams pursued. Together, we can ensure that these tunnels and the stories they hold endure. Preserving Canada's gold rush tunnels is not just about saving the past. It's about valuing our history and our identity. These tunnels are more than just passageways carved into the earth. They are a testament to the spirit of exploration and ambition that shaped a nation. They are symbols of our shared heritage, a heritage that we must strive to protect for future generations. The task of preservation is not a solitary endeavor. It requires collective action. It calls for the involvement of government bodies, non-profit organizations, local communities, and individuals like you and me. We all have a role to play, whether it's through volunteering, donating, or simply spreading awareness about the importance of these historical sites. Our history is a treasure, and these tunnels are among its most precious relics. Join us in this race against time. Help us preserve these portals to our past.